Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to King of Dragon Pass. Let's go ahead and proceed into the next year. Let's see. Our God Talkers say that the omens indicate a typical harvest. They said that Asaris and Orlanth would judge us by our ability to increase our herds if we could seize or buy more cattle. They would bless us if we lost castle. They would bless us. If we lost cattle, we might be cursed. Okay, so, I need to get more cattle, and I've had no luck in trading for them. Let's get points into quests, heroism, crops, destiny. Okay. Well, it looks like we're going to be doing a bunch of cattle raids then, aren't we? Farmers feel resolved, clan mood is jubilant, weapon thanes feel unshakable. I don't really care about having more farmers. I mean, we need 447 carls to tend all of our cropland and 106 herders. We have enough for now. Why do you keep complaining? Alright, our patrols need to be fixed. Alright, there we go. Not going to do a cattle raid right now, but I will send off an emissary. Well, actually, let's try trade. Let's try the Tadanlings. Buy cattle, sell food, sell goods, sell horses. Large. Yeah, that's fine. We have too many hunters for the wildlands, oh no! Oh, hello. Ingana, member of the Brown Boar Ring, comes looking for warriors. Will join a hunting party. Their Tula is being terrorized by a gigantic and dangerous creature called the Black Worm. They will pay 3 cows worth of goods to each warrior willing to help. They need up to 5 warriors. Refuse her. Our ancestors steered clear of anything involving dragons or dragonkin. So should we. A threat to a tribe mate could well become a threat to us. Help them. Our ancestors ignored dragons. We should too. Anyone wanting to out-argue a worm must be able to think like a worm. I think I can do it. 4 cows for each warrior is as high as she will go. And worms aren't as frightening as they look. Offer to take full responsibility for killing the worm. Let's send warriors to hunt and kill the worm. Go ahead and send 5. All but one of them returned from the hunt, battered and bloody. The worm had grabbed many warriors in its knife-rimmed jaws and escaped without harm. Oh. Well, hey, we tried. That does mean that we need to get some more weapon thanes. Okay, Avan is back from the Tadanlings. We traded 1 horse for 15 cattle. Elusu, their chief, gave us hospitality, and we talked at length. He is a very devout man. Okay. Alright, cattle raid time. Who do we cattle raid? Because Gosia are the weakest of the nearby clans, but they're in our tribe. Okay. How about the turtles? Cattle raid! Oh, we were spotted. Alright, let's see. Survival and evade. 3 weapon things were wounded. The turtles charged into us before we could withdraw. The clash ended quickly. Their magic was stronger than ours, but our courage was greater. We drove the turtles off, and were happy to have survived the battle. We captured 14 cows. Okay! That really amuses me when it's like, alright, let's sneak in, guys. Oh, we were caught. No, we're back in. Well, okay, if you want to fight. We're being raided by the turtles. I guess they didn't like that. 16 horsemen, 236 swordsmen. Luckily, our patrol spotted them, and 26 weapon thanes met them, as well as 316 of the feared. Let's spend a point of magic. Sacrifice to Orlanth. Drive them off. And skirmish. No, oh my lord. The turtles rushed us before we'd fired more than a few volleys. It was a short, nasty battle. Their magic was stronger than ours, but we quickly rallied. We drove the turtles off, and their survivors left without plundering the Tula. We captured 6 horses. And murdered almost all of them. And now we're being raided by the Conthassos. 4 horsemen, 167 swordsmen. The wolves warned us, and all 26 weapon thanes met them, as well as 316 of the feared. Drive them off. Skirmish. Alright. 2 footmen were injured, 2 were killed. We exchanged missile fire with them, but never closed. Due to their prompt healing, our auxiliaries kept 2 warriors from dying and healed 3 of the wounded. Broyen, one of your weapon thanes, complains that he was insulted when invited to dine among the Grey Dogs. He was fed disgusting, rotten food, while his hosts dined well. He asked for a towel to wipe his hands, and was given one which was dirty and full of holes. They meant to slight us, Broyen says, and I say that we should punish them for their gross insolence. Some of the other weapon thanes murmur their support for Broyen's words. Let's see... No suggestions. Relations between our clans are poor, and they're daring us to make things worse. A well-phrased satire stings longer than a sword. Its bite can linger for generations. They can't have meant to insult him. Convince him to forget the slight. Raid them! Broyen holds this insult close to his bosom. It will be hard, but not impossible, to convince him to give it up. Broyen holds this insult close to his bosom. Same thing. Send a delegation to protest the Grey Dog's poor hospitality. And a poem, a scurrilous poem. Alright, we'll go ahead with the poem. Kalai's poem was well received. Our warriors laughed when they heard it, and it soon spread among the other clans in Dragon Pass. The Grey Dogs became known as the Greasy Spoon Clan. Oh, that's good. Alright, so... No, it's not. It doesn't show up there. Yep. Let's see. Known for pottery and a fanatical attitude. Greasy Spoon Clan. Yes, and the Staghearths, the Dirty Rag Clan, because we had the same event a long time ago. And yet the Staghearths joined our tribe. It's good that they got over it. Let's see. Well, let's do another cattle raid on... Oh, what the heck, the Grey Dogs. Oh, can I not do a cattle raid on the Grey Dogs? I cannot. They're too far away. Alright, turtles. Turtle Thanes met us at their Tula's border and told us that we would be fools to ride any farther. We don't know how they knew we were coming, but we thought it best to salute them and return home instead of fighting their entire fear. That's fair. Alright, well, I do have more cows now, but we could still try to get some more. Blue spruce. I don't know if we've ever tried with them. Buy cattle, sell food, goods, and horses. Large. Alright, let's go. Brandbrig, a wolf thane, comes to warn you that your alliance with his clan is in jeopardy. You are allied with too many clans, spreading yourselves so thin that the value of a pact with you is steadily waning. Some of your friends are our foes, and we cannot accept that. And your alliance with another clan. The Grey Foxes of all of our allies have the worst attitude towards us. We should drop them. We have taken on so many allies, we cannot meet our obligations to all of them. But if we drop one, we will offend its people. Alliances between Hjortling clans are constantly shifting. Tell these pipsqueaks that we can crush them any day of the week. Man, Baranthos has become warlike in his old age. We should give him 20 head of cattle, or goods worth 20 head of cattle. I don't have an opinion on this. Yeah, let's give him gifts. Look, you know, I mean, this is why we're allied, so that we can just share in our wealth with you. Brandbrink said he would take the gifts back to his clan leaders, who would take our generosity into consideration. You don't send an emissary to the wolves. I mean, it's not like they're calling on me to help them and stuff. Yeah, not you, actually. Holy cow, you have better bargaining than Van Harl? That's kind of disturbing, actually. Alright, here, have some more goods. And have some food. I am almost at 6,000 food. Our caravan is back from the Blue Spruces. We weren't able to trade at all. They said they needed all their cattle. I think the Blue Spruces have more sheep than we do. It's a lot of sheep. The wolves gave lavish praise to our gifts. They toasted me in their feasting hall, drinking far into the night and singing many rousing songs with me. They said that the gifts would serve as repayment for a favor we had owed them. Okay. It might be another situation where I just have so many cattle that no one is willing to trade with me. How about the Lonisi? Oh, that looks bad. Rusticos comes to petition your priests of Urox for aid. He is from the Wolf Clan. Their Tula has recently been overrun by skeletal harpies, brews, gigantic two-headed snails. I don't know why gigantic two-headed snails are so bad. And other creatures of chaos. His people are willing to fight the creatures, but they want Stormbolt priests to bless their efforts so that the chaos will not come back once they kill all the monsters. Rusticos offers you 25 cows if you perform this ritual for his clan. I do want the cows, but yeah, no, I'm going to take the cows. If they were offering gifts, I'd just say, nah, whatever. I think that's a Walktopus right there. I will accept their offer. The Stormbolt priests performed their cleansing ritual and said that Urox had heard their pleas. The cleansing wind would scour the Wolf Tula of chaos influence. If I didn't need cows, if I hadn't had that event with cows, then I totally would have just said, yeah, just do it for free. Let's see, how about an emissary to someone? Not you, though. Van Harl can do it. And let's try the Haran. Not that much food. Not really that much food either. Come on, just a little bit. Nope. Alright, fine. I have so much food I can't adequately hit the slider with it. I've lost some horses. Our caravan is back from the Lonisi. We weren't able to trade at all. They said they needed all their cattle. Our pigs are more numerous than those of the Lonisi. Huge blasts of icy winter wind greeted us, and we're gonna stay. And we're being raided by the trolls. 7 dark trolls, 110 trollkin. Our patrols spotted them, and all 29 weapon thanes met them, as well as 312 of the feared. Drive them off a skirmish. The trolls had to charge through a withering hail of missile fire. Bellowing trolls appear on all sides, and Olende has to choose whether to fight like a hero or look after his own health. How should he fight? Fight bravely. Olende fought a strange duel with a troll magician whose body was pierced by 100 ivory tusks. She had chosen Olende as her special prey and hounded him with swarms of giant insects. He ran for his life and only barely escaped. But still, no one was killed, so that's fine. We, once again, killed or injured all of them. Alright, storm season. Let us do a quest. Okay, let's actually see. We have done Orlantha Naroka and Lankermai Finds the Truth. Not sure if we've done Humak the Champion. Combat is excellent. You're only 33, so that's pretty good. We will ask for helpers. So we can reconcile the weapon things. We don't need to do that. Strengthen the quester is always good. Bestow Humak's blessing in battle. That could be okay. Defend against undead. Might be reasonable since we keep, occasionally having the vampires show up. Or we can gain a treasure, and the treasures aren't too bad. At least we could try for a treasure. Let's go ahead and perform it. The people have gathered their magic to help propel Gardrostan into the place of the gods, with the assistance of 174 worshippers from her tribe. This myth begins with Humak's discovery of the thing called death. In order to properly command this dangerous new power, Humak severs his kin ties and ceases to be Orlanth's brother. Orlanth comes and demands that Humak give him the death weapon, but Humak refuses until Orlanth pays him proper respect and finds a new place for him in Orlanthi society. What benefit does Gardrostan seek from this hero quest? Bring back a treasure, gain Humak's blessing in tribal war, gain Humak's blessing in raids, strike a blow against the undead, reconcile the grievances of the weapon thanes, or strengthen the quester. Strengthening the quester could be good. Let me see if I can see what exactly that will boost. So, successfully completing this will also mean that we'll get about a 20% boost in our combat ability, which is not too shabby. Combat leadership and magic would be what would be increased, but since he's not currently on the ring, I mean, he might eventually, but for now, I think I'll go for a treasure. On the other hand, if I strengthen him now at age 33, he'll just be better, and he's probably got, about 30 years left in him. I suppose we could always get the treasure later. Yeah, we'll go ahead and strengthen the quester. Okay, he was able to get in, and we have not done this one before. Alright. Gardrostan finds himself in the realm of the gods, where he witnesses a terrible scene. The disreputable stick-picker named Yermal slinks out of a cave and stabs a defenseless old man in the back with a special sword. Gardrostan knows that this man is called Grandfather Mortal. He knows that there is a war between gods in progress, and that until now, people who get stabbed have been hurt, but have not died. However, this weapon that Yermal wields is the new weapon called Death, and it will forever change the world. Flatter Yermal, then take the sword when his guard is down, leave the realm of the gods, politely ask Yermal to give the sword to you, continue without death, taunt Yermal so he attacks you, then wrestle the sword from him. Wait for Yermal to show the sword to you. Alright, well, it's almost certain that Humak would be stronger than Yermal, so we'll go ahead and taunt him. Yermal, swollen with pride, would not brook Gardrostan's insults and lunged at him. Gardrostan found it an easy thing to twist the sword called Death out of the stick-picker's grip. Yermal cried and said he wanted it back, but Humak said, "I am a god, and I have no misunderstanding about this thing." Gardrostan goes to his family and says, "In order to properly command the new weapon called Death, I must sever my ties with you." His family wails and asks him why this must be. Death must be impartial. I must not have kin, lest I shield them from its embrace. Humak did this, so I must do the same. I must absolve my king of the heinous acts I will now do. I must cut myself off from kindliness and love, for I have terrible deeds to perform. Leave the realm of the gods, proceed to the next station of the quest. Okay, well, I must absolve my king of the heinous acts I will now do. His kin redoubled their wailing and said, "Is it not better to refuse to commit these acts and remain loyal to your king?" Gardrostan said, No, you are wrong. And he severed his ties to his kin, becoming a stranger. Orlanth comes to Humacht, seeking the death weapon. You are a stranger now, he says, and thus beyond the protection of my laws. Therefore, I make you my possession, and all of your possessions are likewise mine. Give me my sword. Death is a power you will never understand. Give him the sword. I am no man's thrall, neither am I a thrall to god or king. Leave the realm of the gods. Bypass Orlanth. You will rule over many things, but you will never rule death. Your laws are but scribblings on a piece of bark. Let's see. You will rule over many things, but you will never rule death. Orlanth would not hear of this, and so the two of them fought. The fight went on for 16 days and 16 nights. Orlanth was not slain, but many of his thanes were. Orlanth retreated to weep, for his thanes could not be revived, as used to happen when a warrior was beaten in combat. Orlanth comes back and treats Garderstan like a cotter. You are a stranger, he says, yet I will extend to you some of the protections of my clan. You will serve me, and in return you shall have safety and shelter. As your king, I command that you give me that sword. Do you mistake me for a sheep-herding boy? Give me the sword. Give me a gift, and I will give you the sword. Leave the realm of the gods. Proceed to the next station of the quest. Safety and shelter are small things compared to the might of death. The protections of your clan mean nothing. Many of your kin will soon die. That is going to be the 7th one. The protections of your clan mean nothing. Many of your kin will soon die. Orlanth scoffed at this claim. No god knows the future, even the god who wields the death sword. Orlanth comes back and treats Garderstan like a cotter. You are a stranger, he says, yet I will extend to you some of the protections of my clan. You will serve me, and in return you shall have safety and shelter. As your king, I command that you give me that sword. Once again, do you mistake me for a sheep-herding boy? Give me the sword. Give me a gift, and I will give you the sword. Leave the realm of the gods. Proceed to the next station of the quest. Safety and shelter are small things compared to the might of death. Interesting. I do not actually have this option listed. It's possible that something has slightly gone off the rails. Let me double check. Okay. Well, incidentally, if you say, give me a gift and I will give you the sword, you can get a treasure here, but your Humakti will become an Orlanthi, or a Vinga if it's a woman. Safety and shelter are small things compared to the might of death. I guess I'll go with that, because this is a little bit different. With that, Orlanth was enraged by Gardestan's refusal to accept the Cotter's role, and so the two of them fought. The fight went on for 4 days and 4 nights. Orlanth was not slain, but many of his Carls were. Again, Orlanth retreated, but Garderstan knew he would be back. Okay. There we go. Now we are, back on track, I believe. And indeed, Orlanth does come back, and this time treating Garderstan like a Carl. I have learned my lesson. I will treat you as I would any other free Orlanthi. I will give you land and cows. When the clan gains, you will gain too. Thus, when we go raiding, as I plan to do against the Emperor, you will benefit if we do well. So, if you please, provide me with that sword of yours. Give him the sword. If you fight me again, I will slay you, and you will die forever. Leave the realm of the gods. Proceed to the next station of the quest. The slaying of my clan ties cannot be undone. A new arrangement will have to be made. Your raid against the Emperor is doomed without my help. We'll go ahead and say that. The 6th one. That is all the more reason why you should serve me, and renew your oath to me, Orlanth said. But Garderstan remained steadfast, and so they had to fight again. The fight went on for 4 days and 4 nights. Orlanth was not slain, but many of his cotters and thralls were. Finally, Orlanth sank to his knees, exhausted. Garderstan was likewise tired beyond mortal reckoning, and could not go on either. Well, that looks creepy, doesn't it? The Thanes, Carls, and Cotters, and Thralls, slain in the battle between Garderstan and Orlanth, attack. They have not come back to life, but are now undead creatures. Death is still new, and spirits don't know the right way to the halls of the dead. So it is easy for bad things to prey upon them and turn them evil. Dispatch them all to hell, with or without Orlanth's help. Explain to Orlanth that only you can be trusted to fight undead. Give Orlanth the sword so he can fight the undead. Leave the realm of the gods. Promise Humacht a blood sacrifice if he will guide your hand. I don't know what that last one would do, but we will instead dispatch them all to hell, with or without Orlanth's help. There were many of them, so it took a day and a night to destroy them all, but Gardrestan did so. Then Orlanth had an idea and said, "You protected me. You shall have a new place, that of champion. You shall be a Thane, a weapon Thane among weapon Thanes, and you shall sit on my side. You shall sit on the ring, and your weapon Thanes shall answer to you. You shall be separate from the clan, yet connected to it lawfully. We are partners. Now I humbly beg of you, let me borrow that sword of yours." Gardrestan knew it was the right time to give Orlanth the sword, and did so. Gardrestan returns to the land of mortals, his quest a successful one. From that day onward, everyone said that Gardrestan was stronger, wiser, and closer to the gods. And that is the end. We will have to take a look at how Gardrestan turned out when we get back next time. But 30 babies were born. We initiated 63 children as adults. The clan has 17 more people, 31 more head of cattle. Hopefully that's enough. 26 more horses, and 6 more sheep than we did last Sacred Time. We produced 2,230 and ate 1,122 bushels of food. 431 were lost due to spoilage. Our crafters produced 182 cows worth of goods. Our market made a profit of 58 cows worth of goods. Not too shabby. And our herds are perfectly fine right now. So, we're good there. Alright, so when we come back next time, no hero quest, but we will do another one, or try another one the following year. But we will take a look at Gardrestan, see how he turned out, and probably just kind of take it easy for the year and see what comes. See you then, everyone.